Welcome to the after show with the most Christian brothers I know, the not so Christian brothers, Colin Hayes and Justin Caffrey.
Yeah. I am Christian.
I'm noticing when I look at all the stats, like it really goes up when you talk about last week's show was very much about the meta case and everything that's going on with social media addiction. So when we stay away from the depressing things, and then Justin was on fire this week chatting about saving, and he just did a brilliant point there. He's like, Rebecca, if you saved 190 yo-yos a month, and that was 145,000 euro, but then compounded
over 38 years, so 145,000 over 38 years,
and then the compound interest
is 450,000. So you save the smallest amount. 25% is what you actually put in. 75% of that final figure that you get to retire on.
Yeah.
And
so,
how many years? What age? How many years? 38
years.
So
can you tell us what age you are? I know what age you are.
I'm 42.
Okay. So it's not bad for you if you start now.
So if you think about someone on 35 grand or 40 grand or 50 grand or 60 grand, you're going up to the 70s, the kind of average, like those starter ones. And if you think if you get 3K after tax or 3.9 after tax or 4.3, putting 190 quid away, I know we're all slammed, might be really beneficial.
Same parents, different timelines, and united by chaos. Strap on, strap in for the not so Christian brothers.
What's really important as well, just the one point is, so using your pension, right? Like it's really, really boring, okay? But for somebody who focuses on money and has done for a lot of my life, if you can make money tax-free, it is the most important thing you'll ever do.
Why are you so focused on money? Why is this your thing?
In the business.
No, but also why?
Why? Because when I was 11 or 12, I was walking up the stairs of my house and my parents were looking at their utility bills and they were actually crying because they couldn't meet their obligations. And I looked at them and I thought, I never want to have to live like that.
So you've never had electricity in this house?
He's never paid a bill in his life.
But you know what's interesting, sorry, because I'm just working
making a lot of notes there, Colin.
I'm making a lot of notes, a very squiggly squiggle, is that, you know,
can you just pull your mic in again?
Might have.
Yeah, could you stay on your mic, Colin? We actually like hearing
Sorry,
you. Bring
the average person, that's really weird the way I'm doing it. The average person right out in the streets of Dublin, the mean streets of Dublin with a good professional job, is probably buying 2 cups of coffee a day. Now, that's
okay.
probably €9,
that's
right?
Okay.
But if they didn't, and they put that €9 away every day, it's nearly
that is the amount.
But that's the amount.
But this is a fallacy. This is like when people smoked a lot and they were told don't buy the box of smokes, obviously for health reasons, but also you'll get to go Mauritius next year, right? There's a fallacy around that too. You definitely, for your mental health, I personally do, need your walk or your sauna or your coffee or your things. You definitely don't need to be buying rubbish or beauty materials or going on a fancy Michelin-starred meal once a week. You definitely can cut back. Like I was thinking about my gym membership and thinking, do I set something up at home? Like what are the ways to cut back to make more? And I've been thinking, do you know what is so interesting? I was not motivated by money in my 20s because I was an artist or I was in journalism and you just don't make money. And then in my 30s, I was on the whole like trajectory of kids and house and stuff and just working my balls off. And now it's so funny how hungry I am about making it work, but for the future and for my future. And when I'm buying something, I'm so much more cognizant and not being stuck ever. Like, so anyway, it's really interesting.
But sorry, what I see, right? Because again, I can compare it to when I was making money 40 years ago and there was no fancy coffees and fancy pastries and Netflixes and all that. Listen, these are all good, right? But I do sometimes think, you know, that people go overboard. Like a chia bowl is like €15.
It's really expensive.
Like you can make that at home. Like a coffee is like
acai bowls, chia bowls.
It's like a coffee.
Salad with your
I don't buy
15
coffee
quid.
out.
Coffee's like €5.50. I never ever buy coffee out. Very rare.
I have a vice. Like I'm not a boozer. I don't smoke. Look, I do. I get a fancy coffee every day for $5.20 or something, and I bemoan it. I bemoan it every day, and it comes from my office working days, which I've only given up latterly, where I would have that, and I think it's that whole crutch of getting through the day. It's a bit like the lads who go to the pub after work. It was like coffee at 11. I get my coffee. I didn't want to make it. That's weird too, right? Like, why am I doing that when I know that that's expensive?
See, I live on instant coffee, and I live in my first coffee is.
Yeah, but you're a cheapskate.
My first coffee is 5 to 6 in the morning. No, not so much of a cheapskate, because I came from an area where there wasn't that coffee to buy when you do a breakfast show. And even now, like when you do the show with me, it's like 8 o'clock before you can go out and get the coffee.
He can't believe that I leave to get it. I'm like, I need to get my coffee. And it's definitely an addiction. Do you not have little luxuries?
I do. Oh, absolutely. I love coffee, right? And I'm not advocating for a second that you cut everything out. I think like a simple idea though is if you're a single person, if you're a couple, sit down, review your bank statements, look at what you spend every month, and just try and cut 10% out, right? And that 10% isn't going to be or doesn't need to be your favorite coffee, right? It's like, what are we paying for our car insurance, our house insurance, our health insurance? Have we rebrokered?
Shop around.
Most people don't shop around, right? And you'll save so much money and then use that money for your future self. Everybody underestimates what they can do in a year. In 10 years. And overestimates what they can do in a year.
Justin's biggest tip he's ever given me is that the habits, and like I think your wife, you and her are in a similar vein on that. The habits that you do every single day, whether it's to do with your fitness, your food, your money, are what is paving the way to a better you next year. And it's something I'm thinking about. The decisions you make every single day about money as well are going to change your life next year. But it's something I'm much better
Of course,
at now.
Come back to the coffee situation. You spend how much on a coffee? 5 something a day. Say you buy coffee 6 days a week. That's 30 quid.
I know.
I buy really good organic
to make it home.
full bean coffee, and it costs me an average between 24 to 30 euro for a kilo bag, which lasts me a month.
Yeah. But
and
Terry,
that's much better coffee than what you're getting in a coffee shop.
It's not even great. It's the habit and it's the socialization. So sorry, it's not really about the coffee. It's like the person going for the drink with the pal or the person buying the cinema ticket, which is extortionate. Let's be honest. It's the getting out and purchasing of that thing. And I need a connection. I need that socialization. I need to, and I think it's an addiction, but it's like.
But I don't think like coffee for you, and I get that, right? I love coffee. I don't think don't get caught into coffee. I think about this simple idea that we all overestimate what's going to happen in a year and underestimate what we can do in 10, right? So the power of change in your life, whether it's your health, your fitness, your finances, your relationships, whatever it is, it's all about little small things done consistently over time. Don't try and do the grandiose thing, the big diet, the big workout, the big coffee. Think about small little things, and all you have to do is shift the dial on a small amount of a bunch of things, and then you make a change.
Like in the gym now, I've stopped. I was a devil for scrolling, which is bizarre, but I'd be on something and it's kind of and I'm literally zoning out of music, podcasts and anything and taking the phone out of the gym session because then I'm literally in the gym session, which I used to be 10 years ago. Another thing, sorry, I was going to say something else. Look at sounds so stupid, but look at your statement. I went into Bank of Ireland the other day because I had to get car insurance. And I went, oh my God, what is that game? And then it was a Reading Eggs game for my kid, which is 29 quid a month coming out of my account.
Jesus.
No, I'm serious. Remember the video thing, the editing tool? I'm not going to name the name.
Yeah.
And I came into the office and I said to you, 270 has come out of my account. And you're like, Rebecca, I didn't know I downloaded it. Your Apple, your storage, the $9.99 a month, lads, right?
Yeah, I know there's loads.
Forget about the gym. I'm talking about small subscriptions, maybe a charity. And if it's the right one, go for it. If it isn't, I cut back last week 220 quid in random direct debits a month that I didn't know coming out.
Which is £700,000 in 30 years' time.
But what about the donkeys?
I feel like I'm in Wuthering Heights.
The donkeys
Feeling that like that.
There's donkeys out there now can't feed because
so
they're going.
funny.
Rebecca stopped paying.
Or a subscription to a magazine or a paper you've never bloody downloaded. Like, sorry, there's a lot of horse shit in our phones. Anywho, I want to talk to you about Wuthering Heights really briefly. I saw it. You did not.
Yeah.
Did you not like it?
So Emerald Fennell is the person who's directing this, which is a Saltburn movie. And in my opinion, it's a Saltburn movie. It's Saltburn.
What does that mean?
That's exactly what it is.
Saltburn is very kinky. It's very sexual. There's a lot of stuff going on.
It's an S&M. I mean, even the trailers are S&M.
It's provocative. They look great. It's shot beautifully. Costumes great. Blah, blah, blah. I don't think
Is it just an expensive porno then?
No, I don't know about that. Forget about the sex for a sec. I don't know if it's cast well either because I actually don't know if she should have been cast right. So Margot Robbie is a mature actress now. She's not like older, but she's at it a while and she's brilliant and she's established her roles. I'm not sure she suits that fragility, the vulnerability, who that character was. I don't know if she suited that. And I don't think I just think the whole thing was just really beautiful and like really hot.
But it's
emotional at the end. By the way, the ending is deeply emotional and dark, but it's a much different, like you're saying it, the story is so much more than what they've done.
But they've changed it.
I was obsessed with Wuthering Heights.
So it's an adaptation.
So was I.
I'm
so
obsessed but it's not the
book.
book.
I'm into Toxic Men.
So they're talking about this out in the press conferences. It's not the book.
No,
Get
it's
over
not.
it.
It's
It's
not
the
the book.
name.
Yeah, but I hate when people do
Yeah,
that.
but I think the name is an institution.
But if you want to, I don't think so. If you want to go and see the original Wuthering Heights, it's there. How did you feel about Kate Bush singing about it?
Oh,
But-
I loved it.
Great song, yeah. But they're just saying it's an
Great song,
adaptation.
great song.
And there's another thing now which is happening. We were talking about it off air or off the pod, is this new genre of movies that's attracting women, right?
Go on.
And they're getting them back into the cinema now by their droves. And
What?
it's come and the bellwether show was the one that's on Netflix now about the two ice
Heated
hockey.
rivalry.
Yes. So
That's not-
that was dissed by everybody. So that was never. It went through so many productions, and everybody went, no, nobody's going to do it. And somebody took a punt at it, and Netflix liked it and said, "We know what you're doing here. Let's go with it." And they went with it.
Are you
And-
dumbing down women?
No, I'm not at all. And now it's the biggest. And
I'm
now,
not.
And now, no, because you won't let me explain why. And now it's the biggest. It's the biggest thing. So it's caused this, created this new thing called fancicity, right? Which is specifically designed for women to get to their libido. It's almost like the algorithm case going on in LA. To get to their libido, to make them enjoy the whole feeling of being really sexy about something without the guilt. Men don't care about the guilt, right? Men will watch the porn and they don't care about the guilt. They don't feel like they're cheating on their wife.
As a woman, I don't have guilt about watching people. I'm not turned on by two men having sex, and that's okay.
But this is the biggest, the demographic of heated rivalry is 78% female.
What age, though?
Well, it's an older age. It's an older
So
age.
what, women?
Women like
50s, 60s.
40s upwards. There's this thing now. It's called phenicity. This is all I know about because I've been reading up about it and watching stuff.
So there's not many hockey fans watching it.
No.
No, definitely not, Terry.
But there's not much hockey. They're not.
not
They
much
are
hockey.
hockeying around, but
Okay,
not.
that's nice.
There's like sex every 5 minutes.
It's brilliant,
It's
and
brilliant.
like I get it. But
Bridgeton is another one.
Am I turned on? But Bridgeton wouldn't turn me. I just think Bridgeton's and I'm
Okay,
so sick
but
of the
again-
weak woman in Bridgeton. Again, I'm
Bridgeton
just like,
is the biggest thing that Netflix ever did, and it's again that thing.
Just give me good old Friday Night Lights, you know.
that they're saying.
What
It's
is-
bringing women back to the TV.
what are your
But it's
sexiest
not
movies?
really though. It's not bringing them back necessarily. I don't think. I think it's giving them an ability to escape into something sexualized,
yeah.
right? So we're and that's fine, right? I'm not against that.
Oh no, I'm not against
You know,
it. I
I
just
am a
think it's
Christian, but I'm
fascinating.
not against it.
I think it's fascinating.
But I think it's also, you know, from an outsider's viewpoint, if you go to the cinema, it's just to kind of notice. You have to recognize that some stuff has just changed exponentially, right? And I think taking something like Wuthering Heights and then turning it into an S&M sexual fantasy is just unreasonable.
No,
Like,
it's not unreasonable.
it
it's
is.
an adaptation.
Yeah, but
no,
it's not.
don't
No,
agree
but
with
they've
you.
never
Well, then
said
call
it's
it something
gonna be.
else.
But it's not.
But they've
of-
never said it's going
Call
to
it something
be.
else.
It's
No,
not
because obviously the marketing potential
exactly.
of calling
Get
it
Margot
Wuthering Heights
Robbie,
is huge.
get Margot Robbie and
get Margot
Jacob
Robbie there.
Elordi into a movie that's
Now,
hot.
now you give out to me sometimes about it being an old stuck-up man.
Look, you could have put
conservative.
Margot Robbie in a film called The Plastic Bag, and if she gets her kid off, I'm watching it.
Okay, that is not helpful. That is just not helpful to this. We'll cut that out. So,
I think
if anyone just heard
there's
that,
so many
Well
adaptations.
said, Terry, well said.
I actually do want to go and see it because I'm fascinated.
I'll be outside on a picket line.
Father Ted!
Down with this adaptation
poor
nonsense.
Bronte,
Go
she's
to
We
adaptation.
don't even have time. We were talking about it. We
Originals
should do it next
only.
week.
How are you, Father? Is
The
this
other-
film any good?
The other huge
Your
genre.
this is no father.
so funny. The father
The
died.
other huge genre that's just taken over now in the States called the micro matinees. And specifically designed towards women. And they are now changing the face of how movies should
Maybe
be.
I'm just not like every
Like
other
the one
woman.
thing
I don't
they
know
did
what
about
this.
Heated Rivalry was one of the companies went, it's episode 5 before they kiss. Will people stay long enough for that? The company that came in and remade it, right, had them kissing within 5 minutes of the opening credits. Had them in bed within 7 minutes. And this is the way the world is because
believe
of the
in
scrolling.
love. If you watch Train Dreams, they're playing with each other's hair, lying down, talking about a future together, and there's very little kissing with Felicity Jones. But it's so beautiful.
That's different.
I don't know. I get my kicks in other ways. I don't know if I need to watch.
That's a different genre. Yeah. But
right, 5 things to improve your mood. We are in Feb. We are smack in the middle of Feb, right?
Yeah.
We're thankfully getting longer days. Jesus, lads, it rained. And I literally went away last week and it rained there. So the rain, we are done, right? But the brighter, longer days, the brighter evenings, the having goals. I think goal setting for me is really important. What are the things that improve our moods? Justin, you have a few. Go.
So my go-tos, first and foremost, move your body.
Yes.
Right, no matter what's going on. If you're at home, you're depressed, if you're sad, if you're happy, move your body, right? Get up and go outside, go for a walk your dog. Just by changing your state in terms of where you're sitting, massive change.
Yeah.
So I think move your body, one, and then change your environment. So the two things are hand in glove, because as you go and move your body, you're outside. So now you've changed your environment. I think put on some music. So even better. You've now gone outside, you're moving your body, and you're putting on some music. So all things come together.
And 500k in the bank.
500k in the bank. You're like thinking, I'm going to retire. I'm going to retire. I don't need porn. And
I don't need porn.
Okay.
Connection. I think connection is so important.
This is the coffee thing I said to you.
So it's so important. I think connection is lost, and I think connection. Like the really important thing I think about connection is, and really interesting studies to show that some of the best forms of connection that people have are with the shop teller, the taxi driver, the bus driver. So when you have frivolous conversations with people where you don't believe there's any judgment attached to it, you feel good. And I always find,
totally agree.
I remember feeling stressed,
Same with heated
anxious,
rivalry, by the way.
challenging at times. You leave meetings and you're like, you feel tense and stuff. And you get into a taxi and you want to say to the guy, I don't want to talk to you. But actually, when he just talks to you and you start to just have some nonsense old chat,
inane chat,
you just feel better. So
you
I
feel
think
seen.
You feel seen.
But
you don't feel seen in business meetings or massive, say things to do with politics, or even in your marriage sometimes. But if you're like the random me getting my coffee and knowing that same lady is going to go, did you do that? Did you book the trip? It's kind of nice.
But it's also, and I get it, when you go across the park with your dog and somebody else is walking around with their dog. And it's like, oh, don't go up there. It's all flooded. And how's your dog? And I haven't seen you in a while. And that's it. And you don't know them again. I have to go over there. But you get like 5 minutes. And
no,
you sort of
I don't know. That is so funny. If I'm walking my dog or I'm on a mission or I'm listening to something or I'm in my Becca zone.
Do you have a dog?
Yeah, Tori, a Bernese. Massive mountain Bernese.
I haven't seen them on your social media. Am I not seeing enough of your social media?
No, I'll start posting tonight. Naked pics of Tori.
Get the dog.
Get the dog out. Who got the dogs out?
I love social media.
If I'm
dogs.
walking her, I don't want to talk.
Do you know?
It's really interesting. I met someone the other day and I was doing my big walk and it was like a walk. I was like my 15,000 steps. And I was in the zone and I was working through. I have to work through stuff in my head, usually in the shower, usually on my walk, not the gym, right? I don't work through stuff in the gym. I'm there to exercise. And if I'm on a flight of my own or something, and I work through a lot of my stuff. And when someone wants to talk, I'm like, holy. But if I go to a hairdresser, I'm happy to chat or go into a shop or go in. But connection for me is key. And I've noticed I'm now self-diagnosing at this point in my life. That's the biggest thing that I crave more than anything every day. Forget about like career and stuff. I really crave good connection. If I'm not getting it, I feel my mood slip.
Well, you know what they say? Know thyself.
Nice.
Like
I was saying to you last week, I arrived on a trip where it didn't work out the way I wanted to be. And I was so grateful of the people I was there with because I think I would have gotten a bit slippery. I felt my mood. I was like, oh God, this is going to be weird. We're in a ski resort. We're not skiing. It's raining. And I was really grateful my cousins are the crack and we bonded. But mood for me,
But if you think about that though, right, which I think is really interesting. It's also, like, you was talking about this when you came in earlier on. That moment... So I think in that moment where, everything goes wrong, I can't ski, the snow is crap, I can't fly home. So you can really spiral.
Yes.
But actually instead, if you kind of get into the reality rather than trying to escape the reality, right? So you could just go out and get pissed and then you get into arguments, we do shit things. But instead you lean into it and go, all right, this is what we have now. What else can we do? Let's go for a hike. Let's get outside. Let's walk.
I've just
let's
lowered
move.
my expectations as I've gotten older, right? So
expectations.
5 years ago, if that happened, I would have been texting people going, this is disaster, like really spoilt, entitled shit. It's the worst trip ever. And I would have been booking flights and paying extortionate amounts of money to come home, 300 quid to come home. We all lent in. It was funny. It's like you're kind of in your 40s. We all lent in. We're like, well, we're here now. And I was like, okay, I'll book the pool for the day. We'll do that walk, get our steps in, keep moving, lads, you know, because we can't move. It was interesting to see that change of, and like the less spoiled version of myself where I was like, how can I fix this? Leaning into things. And I think this is the day-to-day struggles. Like I'm going through things at the moment and I'm leaning into the discomfort I hate of those things. And that can improve your mood by just like habits, daily habits. But I agree with Justin on movement. That is so key for me. Music is great. When I wake up in the morning and I'm cranky pants, I always put on music because I know that that'll dissolve the crankiness and the kids then see a lighter side of me.
But don't you notice that if you don't, before you put the music on, you're not actually, you're still coming to the point of going, it won't really massively make a huge impact.
Oh yeah, and then you do.
And then you're in it. Oh my God, it feels so incredible.
But it can happen within 2 minutes of a track.
And you're lucky because you've got music every morning on your show.
Well, okay. And I love playing the music on the show and that, and we do.
Love
And
that
some,
when I go in, it cheers
and
me
some
up.
tracks do come on, and some tracks we can't change, and they get triggering. So that's different. That's music for work. But when I'm at home, like on a Saturday morning or something, and I start going through music, when I just feel my mood going a little bit down on a Saturday morning, and it's early, and I'm thinking, what am I going to do for the day? And I just go, and I get my speaker out and hit a couple of sounds, and you just, the day suddenly, it flips now, and it suddenly becomes, right now I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this. I couldn't live without music.
Strong mental health people, those monks who
getting your speaker out isn't a euphemism. I mean, that's a way to shift your mood as well, right?
Yeah, let the music play. Just get your
I
speaker
bang on
out,
the
boy.
shower and I get my speaker out.
It's a big speaker, it's a boomer, baby.
And if they don't like it, then I get my boombox.
Okay, the boombox.
Paddy ain't started till the speaker blows.
far.
Sorry, the other thing is, just to say the other thing is, which I absolutely love if I want to change my mood, is simply to read a book.
I didn't expect to say
And
that.
I always have something ready to go. There's usually two.
Why? Because it gets you out of your head?
One is an amazing book, which is a series of podcasts transcribed, and it's all about the life of Paul Weller. Right, and it's just fascinating the way his mates talk about him. And the other one is, which I don't really read much of him, John Grisham and the Biloxi Boys. But I just
But you're saying your mood would change if you go into your book.
Yes, hugely.
That's interesting.
Yeah, well,
I find I have to be in the frame of mind. I have a load of books beside my thing, and I was always an avid reader.
yeah.
I find at the moment I'd want to be in that mode, whereas as listening to a pod is easier to escape.
No.
That's
Well, I
interesting.
do escape with Pod and I as well, but I just find I get immersed so much in a
What
book.
about image for guys? Like feeling good and dressing good. Like I would say to you, and Colin would know this about me, because I'm not like a big heels and dress girl. If I get my blow dry every week, and there's another cost, by the way, but I've always had to be on camera. I've had to. That is such a game changer for me. Having a blow dry, obviously didn't do it this week. Paying that 35 quid, it changes my mood. I know your wife is the same about getting her hair done. It's such a good feeling for me.
God, yeah.
Like I don't care about spray tans or nails, but getting my hair done, feeling nice, putting on something that isn't just trackies and like feeling a bit slobbish in your figure and body. Those kind of things. Getting
There's
my
nothing
coffee.
better than going out of a night and you whip on a suit, or you make that special effort and you meet somebody and you go off for
And
dinner.
we always
Yeah,
say nice
yeah,
things
yeah,
when we go for dinner and you dress up.
Yeah, no, when we go for dinner, we all make the
I love a
effort
good
to try to-
shower. Just sitting down in my
I love a good shite. Puts me completely in a new mood.
Some people do.
I've emptied all my problems down the toilet.
Terry, you are
As
so
vegan,
funny.
that's probably happening 3 times a day. Come on now, Terry.
mountain man.
No, not a vegan.
Yes.
I know.
Sorry, and I actually
big
love,
vegan poo.
because I never get to shower in private.
Straight onto my roses.
I love a shower.
But
I'll
I
make them
do
grow.
think
Organic.
like the idea of doing stuff. Yeah, I mean, I know like my wife goes and has her nails done or has her hair done and all that stuff. It feels really, really good and positive. And getting your nails done, it's a luxury, but it's not a massive luxury. So you're just spending a few quid on yourself. I think that's important. And I also think
These nails are. Well, Anne was telling me they used to be like 90 minimum.
Anne's off for rocker and she was totally secreting money into a different. It's 35, 40 quid to get your nails done.
if it's 90 quid, I'm going to have a conversation
Yeah,
after
like,
the
sorry,
podcast.
I
That
am
is
telling
nuts.
you where Anne was getting her nails
she was
done.
getting acrylics.
In Leopardstown.
Beatrice are getting,
it
like,
was
shellac.
90 quid. And I never realised they gave her so much margaritas while she was there.
Do you know last thing?
back
So
locked
the
from the
fifth
nails.
one, we've only done 4,
Sorry.
right? Is to shift your focus outward, right? So as you're inside, you're kind of internalizing your woe is me and all your wobbles and bobbles and bubbles. Do something small for someone else.
I
You know,
know.
I think you ring somebody up, you ring a friend, you send a nice text message, you compliment somebody. Look at this, how lovely, this lovely red jumper with these red shoes.
you complimenting
it's just
Rebecca?
Fabulous.
Very badly dressed today.
No, you're looking well
No,
between
it
the
looks
lads
lovely.
there.
It's
You're bringing a
lovely.
bit of
It's lovely.
colour
It's
to
nice.
the
It's
yeah,
nice.
well,
It's
I
really.
understand what's wrong.
I think
with
it
you.
really
But the lads
pops when you
don't.
have it
Go ahead.
together. It's very nice. It's very
You
nice.
can leave it on. You don't need to.
I wanted to. I'm the most unflattering, but thank you. But like saying something nice to someone, reaching out. I always think if I ring my parents, it's like, oh, should have done that earlier, or I should have. Oh, it's not
Yes,
easy.
Jay.
Being
should-
good
should
makes you feel
ring your
good.
mother.
I do ring my mother.
Humaning is
do
hard.
not.
Oh no, I don't. You're right. Yeah.
I agree with you on that last one. That
You ring somebody else's mother. Yeah.
just being nice and being good actually makes you feel better as a person.
Yes.
Doing something
Totally.
nice for somebody makes
Totally,
you feel
but
better.
it doesn't absolve your. I totally look. Like I do a lot of stuff for the school, and I think guilt-ridden Bex just offers herself up, and that's martyrdom too. I don't think it absolves yourself of your bad mood, of your stuff. If I'm really honest, like
But you can't do it out of
No,
martyrdom.
I know that, or expecting something back. I know that, but I do know that I'll do the stuff. And if you're in a bad mood, lads, it doesn't really make a fucking difference.
Yeah, I do a huge amount of private charity work that I
In your
don't really
hole.
speak
Do
about.
your Anyway,
And,
okay.
and it's helped
I
me
have
become the person like, get off
I
me.
have the question. I'm
Okay.
not on you.
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
This is the question.
So what's the reason for the question?
Every week we do a question, and we've started it recently, and I actually think it's good because it jogs you back to what the hell this is and this great
You can't
relationship.
jog too
and-
much. He's got a bad knee and a bad ankle.
Have you got a bad knee?
No, I don't have a bad knee.
He's carrying a bit.
Oh my God, we can't. This is not that.
I
this
have
is
the knees of a
fat shaming
dancer.
podcast. So
In our
it jogs us
70s.
back to what we are, and
Okay,
it's
Baryshnikov
usually
over
about
there.
your relationship. Today's one, so I think we've done a few interesting ones
Okay.
about like the differences and all.
Right.
What would you wish growing up, not so much now, was different about your relationship?
God. Well, I'll throw one in there. I would have wished he came along earlier.
Oh, that is so good. You
Yeah.
wished he wasn't born so late.
Yeah,
Why?
yeah, because it was a long.
Oh my God, that's brilliant.
It was. Look, he's a nice guy. He has some good attributes.
But
At
you-
hundreds.
oh my God,
but
this
there was
is
a
so
lo-
beautiful.
There was a long time before I could have a younger brother. I was like 12. Now I know it gave me the height advantage, the physical advantage for a number of years, but I also.
What do you think the reason is that people come into our lives when they shouldn't, like later? Like, as in, you didn't get enough time with them. You're getting it now. It's great. But like, there are people, and you're like, why didn't you come into my life 10 years ago? Do you think there's a reason for that?
Yeah, because his mother wasn't
because-
Randy.
No, talk about sex.
My parents didn't use a condom.
No, I'm serious.
But that is
but
the
there's
reason,
obviously a
isn't
deep
it?
spiritual reason.
No, there isn't.
Of course
they
there
just,
is, but that's
they
a
hadn't
whole
done anything
episode.
for 12 years.
You talk about the spiritual
Okay, go on. He
reasons.
said he wishes you around longer. I mean, that makes
No,
me
not longer. Earlier.
Yeah, but that's longer.
Okay.
I wish I was born later.
Like just like what the last 10 years.
Yeah, like in the last kind of 4 or 5
Welcome
years.
to
To
Not So
really
Christian, but
punish
this
him.
was
Just
my
to rain on his
10-year-old brother.
parade.
Yeah, just really to make
Financial
sure.
load.
Imagine
all.
Fran at 70 gave birth to Justin. You'd be pissed.
Yeah.
What would you change about your relationship with him?
What would I change about my relationship with him? I think it would. I think I'd change. What I changed my relationship with him is probably what I changed with my relationship with all my siblings. I'd like
I'd like
us
to see
to.
less of them.
Yeah. No, I'd like us to be closer. I'd like us to have formed a bond earlier. I think we're
Is
all.
that your parents' fault?
We did, and then you came along.
Yeah. Well, I know. I mean, like you guys did have a bond, and you all lived
We had a
together.
WhatsApp group, first one in the 60s.
Well, I didn't live in a house with anybody else until they all left when I was like 5 or 6. So I didn't have that experience. But I do think you guys had that experience when you were younger. I don't think you're all particularly close now at all, or any of us in any great degree are. I mean, you and I, we communicate and see each other more than we probably see any of the rest of our siblings.
Yeah.
Well, certainly I do, but you.
Yeah, no, I do.
But I don't know. Maybe it's kind of like fairy tale stuff that you think maybe families should be
No,
closer.
but it's not, because last Sunday we all got together it was our niece's birthday, Nora's birthday. So it was all the Caffrey sort of came together. And it's the first time in a long time everybody's been together. And I have to say, I left feeling slightly squiffy, and also that was really, really good. It was great to have Grania there and to have Miriam there and the kids as well. And it was just, and there was no tension like you get in some families. You know what I mean? Like, well, why did you say? Who did you? It was just a really good.
it's literally
it was a quality
amazing if
outcome
you've good
that I
relationship.
actually was about to miss. because I was just flying in, and I was going, oh God, do I really want to do that? I'll just go home. I'll get my mate to drive me home, and then I went, no, hang on a second, Colin. This could be fuel for the soul.
And I was asked to give a few words about our niece, and one of the things that I tried to get across, and I say this to my nephews and nieces all the time, is how important their relationship is, because they are going to be around long after we're gone, and they're family to each other. And I think we've created like an extended family of, I don't know how many of them are, 10 or 12 of them all together. And I like to think that there's a network there that survives after we're all dead. And they're just supportive, right? They're able to.
It's like me, my cousins last week. They're not my siblings, but there's a relationship there where we can talk about certain things, and I feel like it's family and home. I feel very safe in that.
But also, I think as well, what is absolutely brilliant, and this is us going back to the very start of the last one about social media, and that WhatsApp is just possibly the most amazing bonding feature.
I disagree.
That has occurred. Well, let me finish.
I think it keeps you from connecting.
I think that the people that you don't see all the time, but you're in a group with them and you're in connection. So it's
not a connection. It's a constant keeping up with and just putting. But it's not a real. I actually so miss I was just thinking, if you think about what age I joined social, I miss the crack I was having pre-WhatsApp.
Well, I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you. I have kept in connection with more people through in family, in friendships, and in work.
Is it a deep connection?
Yeah, it is, because then as soon as I do meet them, and it doesn't feel like I haven't seen you in 6 years, because we've been in contact on WhatsApp, and then we might meet for a coffee or a drink, and it's not this awkwardness of where you never rang me. So I disagree. I think if you use WhatsApp in a proper way,
you're shit on WhatsApp.
It's amazing. Not just you.
Yeah,
it's
you're so bad. You don't respond to anything in groups.
Sorry, let's
in your
just
family
open
groups.
up all the myths here, because he's selling himself.
No, I am really good in all my
Joey
groups.
And friends
Okay,
here.
so
I'm really
not
good
our
you're
group,
shit
not
with
our
us.
family group. Your sisters would say you never respond to anything.
You're shocking. You're like my mother on a WhatsApp.
You're one of those voyeurs of a WhatsApp group.
No. I have in friends groups. So this is the most important thing with WhatsApp, right? Which people get wrong is you don't have to answer anything.
No, you do.
You don't.
No, and you don't.
And you don't.
So you're living by that.
And when things come in and they're not questions, you don't have to answer them.
And even when they are questions, you don't answer them either.
Exactly.
I'm so glad that you found.
So the reason that you love WhatsApp is that you can spy on everybody and see what all the other conversations
get
are.
anything from Not So Christian Brothers season 1, 2, 3, 4. We've discovered that Colin is fucking amazing on WhatsApp groups, just not the work one, not the friend one, and not the radio one.
Can I finish?
Subscribe, like, and share this podcast.
If Colin was in a WhatsApp group,
he's had to break in the studio,
and anybody's listening to this who's in a WhatsApp group with Colin where he's ever communicated with us, please send us a message. We'd love to see what that looks like.
I wish they sent me a message.
Don't.
Hey, like, subscribe.
Bye.
Thank you.